afternoon. Yeah, I just had my last two slices of pizza. Pizza that we got. So what's today? Monday. We got Friday, I think. I can't remember. Anyway, got pizza one night last week, and I just finished the last two slices. For a change, they were just. It was just vegetarian. Usually I have chicken on my pizza, but this time, no. I think it was tomatoes and tomato sauce and red peppers and mushrooms, I believe. So that was a nice change. And it's gone. Now what will we have for supper? I don't know. We still have some potatoes left over from the weekend. But I don't know if there's much more than that. So I might have to go shopping. I'm currently waiting for my iPad to charge again. I use it rather heavily. I read a lot, so I have to charge it almost daily. So what do I do when I, don't have my iPad? I can read on my phone, but I'd rather not. It's just so much smaller. The iPad is convenient, book size. So a couple of years ago, I got this biography of Martin Luther. Martin Luther, Renegade and Prophet. It's deadly. Absolutely boring as hell. But somehow it intrigued me. So my husband and I went to the bookstore in the mall, and I asked them to order it, and it came in rather quickly, which the bookstore owner was very surprised at. So we all don't know why I'm reading this. Well, I guess it's because Martin Luther, no, there's no reason. I mean, yes, he comes from a part of Germany where my father comes from. So I recognize the names of towns. Well, why I should be so interested in... Okay, yeah, so ostensibly my parents were Lutheran, but they were basically not religious at all. My mother was Catholic by birth, but neither of them were at all religious. So why I'm always interested in religious things, and certainly don't mind going to churches or anything like that, but am definitely an atheist. It's just, I find it interesting, vaguely interesting. I guess I'm just curious. Why do people, Anyway, so here I am. I'm only I'm not even halfway through. Because I always read it when my iPad is charging. And my iPad charges very nicely overnight. So I usually don't read this, but this summer, the odd time, because I have because I've taken up reading at night before bed, I guess I'm using it a whole lot more than I ever did before. So, but still, it's charging now. It'll be charged shortly, so. But I am reading it. I am working on it. Yes, when I lived in Quebec, schools were divided in Catholic and Protestant. None of this public and Catholic. No, it's Protestant and Catholic. I'm sure it's different now. I don't know what it is. But nonetheless, Protestant was public. There was no religion whatsoever. Of course, if you went to a Catholic school, there was. At that point, I guess. So I was supposed to replace something at the local home hardware. My son gave me what I was supposed to get and gave me the receipt. And I thought, okay, I'll go there now. So I drove up. And they didn't really have what we wanted, but I was going to return what I was supposed to return. Turns out I didn't have the right receipt. I went, okay. So I couldn't buy anything, and I couldn't return what I was supposed to return. So I came home and said to my son, wrong receipt. He says, oh, it must be in my car. Yeah, because it's not in the house. I looked. All the receipts, none of them were for that item. Screws. So, yeah, it's good that I drove because I would have been annoyed had I walked up there. Now I'm waiting for a phone call from Home Depot. I talked with someone there, and she was supposed to get back to me. I said, are you going to get back to me in the next few minutes or the next few hours? And she said within an hour or so. I said, okay, well, I'll be gone for the next few minutes, but I'll be back within the hour. But nobody has called. And I do want to go for a walk today. But being as I gave them my home phone number and not my cell phone number, I can't do anything because I want to get that phone call. This is always the problem. I give people my home phone number because that's where they can leave messages, because I don't have message capability. Watch out, backing out there. Because I mostly have my phone on me, right? So I don't need it to be able to take messages. And then I'm working, so I'm not going to be talking to anyone because I'm getting, I just don't take. Okay, there's no reason except for being cheap. So my My home phone has an answering machine, of course. But there was no message. And I didn't give her my cell phone. So going for a walk, which I do with my cell phone, will not be any good. So I have to hang around until that phone call comes in. But hey, I've got Martin Luther to read while I'm waiting. It's actually so dry that it feels chilly. The humidity is supposed to come back tomorrow. Yes. I mean, not that I love the humidity, but I hate the coolness. And I know it's only relatively cool, but I feel relatively cool. Too warm for tights, and a little too cool for shorts. No, it's fine. I charged up my watch yesterday in the sun. I have a solar powered watch, which really doesn't need charging, but just for the sake of being safe, I charge it every summer. Once I set it out to gather sunlight all day, which I did yesterday. And then it's good. It's actually good anyway because it just gets recharged with any kind of light. So as long as you don't have it in a sealed box all year long, it's constantly recharging. Which is really appreciated in a watch. Never have to get a battery. Plus it has a nice black face, and I like that too. Sparrows. A lot of sparrows around here. Alrighty, I guess that's it for today, at least for now. My garbage has not been picked up, so this side of the road has not had anything picked up. We only have recycling and composting pick up this week. Next week we will have, they have yard waste. We just didn't have any yard waste. Next week we'll have big items, which is when we will be putting out, not that, what do I want to do? My chairs. We'll be putting out the kitchen chairs. Just wooden chairs. Which means then I will have to get serious about, that's another thing. I have to look for what I want on the banquette. I don't want leather or think just nice wooden benches will be fine. My son doesn't want wooden benches. Hey, I've got cats. I don't have leather anything because cats poke holes in leather. So, yeah, I have to look into that. So there's lots of stuff I still have to look into. And I have been thinking again about the floor choice that we chose, like that I chose way back. It was almost the first thing that got chosen was the floors to go with the cupboards. And now I'm thinking, no, seeing the cupboards on the walls with the paint, I'm thinking maybe not. Maybe I think I want to go either with something more wood-like or lighter. I'm not happy with my choice anymore.